Hello crafty friends, it's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. I'm here today to show you my latest haul and some card samples that I just got from a card swap that I participated in. So first I got several basic things like more glue, more Stampin' Seal refills. I love these clear medium bags for whenever I'm doing swaps or giving away cards. I love to send cards down to my daughter's all-female college and give them away there, and they seem to love them, so I use these to keep them intact when I send them down there. I picked up the mini Kirby Keepsakes box. This was on the clearance rack, at least as of a week ago, and I like it because, well, first of all, I didn't have it before, but I am hoping to use it for some advent boxes that I intend to make for my all three of my kids, but two of my kids will be in college this fall, so when they return back to campus after Thanksgiving break, I intend for them to have like advent goodie bags, projects, whatever, to open every day until they return home for Christmas break, at which point it will continue with products from home. So anyway, that is one of the reasons why I picked this up, and it was on the clearance rack, so I think it was like 20 bucks. So I think that's a pretty good deal for a treat die. Then this was also on the clearance rack. Now these are labeled as Stampin' Up boxes. They call them the shipping boxes because they look like a Stampin' Up shipping box. But my idea for it was to use these again for my Christmas advent boxes for my children, and then I'll just fold them up like, you know, a box, and then I will probably put a band around it and make it look Christmassy using some Christmas paper around that. So just because it's on clearance doesn't mean that you should turn up your nose at it. And for $2, let's see how many boxes came in this. For $2 you get 8 boxes, so that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. In the mini catalog we have 12 by 12 black paper, and that's not something we routinely carry, so I went ahead and picked up some of that so that I could use it for future scrapbook pages. And then from the annual catalog, I picked this one up. It's called Designer Tags Dies, and I like it because I think it has some really versatile items on here that I can use for different cards and different tags, birthday tags, Christmas tags, all sorts of different ways I could go with that product. And it is not bundled with a stamp set, so this is a standalone die set, which I think is kind of neat. Then I went ahead and picked up the Alphabest and the matching best label punch that goes with it. And this, again, I can use it in scrapbooking or I can use it on cards. I think they redesigned their letters smaller so that you could get more letters on a card if you wanted to personalize a card. That's my working theory, at least, of why they did it this way and discontinued the letters that were the letter dies that we had once before. I picked up the Fern embossing folder. I did not have that before, and I love a nice basic embossing folder, so I'm pretty psyched to use this one. I've been wanting it since the catalog came out, and now I have it. This is another fun embossing folder. This is a folder and die combination. So you have the folder itself that you can use as a standalone. I thought it was perfect for fall as a background for any kind of a fall card that I want to make. But then it is also one of those dies where, one of those sets where I can open it up. Let me see if I can get it open. Goodness. Does not want to let me open it today. And I would, let's see, put it in like so, and it locks into place, and I run it through, and then it can cut and emboss all of these leaves and berries and things for twigs and sprigs for all of my fall and Christmas cards that are coming up. So I thought that was a pretty nifty set. Let's pick that up. That's also a standalone in the annual catalog. Because I spent over $300, I got the Perfect Pomegranate Celebration Host Set, which just came free. I didn't even have to add it to my order. It's just here. Honestly, I'm not really sure how much I'm going to use this, so if you have any ideas or you want to see me try to get creative with this, let me know. It is photopolymer. Now, one thing I will tell you, when you order photopolymer stamps once, actually with my last order, I opened it up and one of the stamps that was in the middle was missing from it. It obviously got pulled off somehow in production. Stampin' Up, of course, fixed it promptly for me, but when you get your photopolymer stamps, always open it up and make sure you line it up over the back and make sure every stamp is present there, because you don't want them to sell out of it or stop carrying it or something like that, and you can no longer get it. This is also a cling set that is a host set. It is in the July through December mini catalog, so I think he's pretty cute. I like the little mice. They remind me of some Stampin' Up imagery from maybe 15 to 20 years ago, actually. So those are kind of classic mouse looks from Stampin' Up. I picked up the Handmade Wishes and the Handmade Tag Punch. This bundle was in the $35 range, and I thought these had a lot of value for me, so I plan to use the outlines in this together and just kind of see what I can do with this with a lot of little stamp sets. Again, photopolymer lines up, everything's there. So, plus, I mean, that's a great punch. You can use it, you know, either way. So I think that's pretty nifty. This is one that I just had to have. I don't know why I love it so much, but Get Yeti to Party, come on, that's just hilarious to me. So I can use it for birthday or Christmas, and I think that's fun. So he is a good one. He is in the mini catalog. I also picked up the Kindest Gnomes. Now, I'm not into the paper. I know. Everybody else loves the paper, but I'm not terribly into the paper. But I do love the gnome set, and my favorite part of the gnome set, honestly, is the fact that you have his little feet here, and then you build it with his little beard over top of it, and then you put his little hat on top of that, and then you put his little nose right there in the middle. I just think that is so adorable, just to build him straight out of paper. So I was considering just buying the dies all by themselves, but I went ahead and picked up the stamp set as well, because I think this saying of "you know me so well" is pretty funny. If you followed me for any length of time, you know I like punny things like that. So this one is all bundled up, and this moose, I love him, and the raccoon, two of my children did Odyssey of the Mind, so I think he's cool, and I had to have that. This one, Fond of Autumn, I think is really nifty. I think that's, I've never seen Stampin' Up! Do one like this before, and I think it's super cool because this die right here, and I didn't realize it on my first pass through the catalog, but this die, well, that's a smaller image, but this die right here will cut out, hold on, well, because it's not, aha, there we go. So it will cut out that image into 4 smaller images if you want to, and then you also have the other die that leaves it whole over here. So this die will leave it whole, the outline of that guy, and then you can also run this guy with this guy through, and you have a different look. So there's 3 different looks to go with this one set, and I think that is innovative and just uses, it allows you to use this in many different ways and complete many different looks with that. So I'm super excited about that guy. Now this guy is Design a Treat box dies, and I did not get the stamp set because, well, I thought it was kind of boring, to be honest with you, and I regret buying the die. So let me show you how small this die set is. I mean, it's cute, but it is tiny. I have no idea what I'm going to put inside of it other than a couple of Hershey's Kisses. So the base of the box is going to be 1.25 inches across, and so then that means the sides are going to be about the same. So 1.25 inches across and about 1.25 inches up. So that's, I don't know, there's not a lot I'm going to be able to use that box for. However, over here I have all these number dies, which will be great on this tag in order for me to do my Advent countdown. So I think that's fun. So I'll have to figure out something that I can put in this box for at least one of my days of Advent so that I can use the antlers on it to make it, you know, one of their Advent boxes. So if you know of something that can fit inside of it other than Hershey's Kisses, let me know. I love the idea that it can be used for Halloween, Christmas, Easter, presents, you know, all the things. But honestly, it's just so small, I have no idea. I mean, look, here's my hand and there's the die. And that's supposed to hold a treat inside of it. So, you know, I just, you know, have to be honest with you about my impressions on this. So maybe I'll fall in love with it and I'll come back and tell you all the reasons why you have to have it, but don't count on it. All right. This one, however, I'm ridiculously excited about. This one is Celebrate with Tags, and it looks super basic, right? Super basic. However, the die set that goes with it has both of these. So this guy fits a gift card, and if I had one here on my table, I would put it in there to show you. And this guy is also a foldable tag that you can put in here as well. So you can hang these off of, you know, gifts or whatever. I love the hearts. I love the birthday candles. I love the tags and the balloons, the mittens, the snowflake, the falling snow, just all of it. I'm all about this set. I love it so much, and I'm so excited to have purchased this bundle. This one, when the catalog goes away, if they don't carry it over, well, I don't care. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to keep using it, so love it. Then from the annual catalog, I picked up the glittered organdy ribbon. It's very pretty and sparkly. I thought that would look nice on some winter and Christmas cards. From the mini catalog, I picked up this soft seafoam seam binding. It's nice and smooth, so it's not crinkly like what's in the annual catalog, but I think it's going to tie beautifully, and it just feels nice in your hands. And then they actually, I think this was in the spring, the January to June mini catalog, and carried over into the annual catalog. And I didn't buy it before, but I got it now for the bow punch. I guess it's called bow punch. And I'm excited about that because it's just nice to be able to have little things like that to tuck in behind other elements on your card. So I think he's going to be great. And then the last time I placed an order, I don't remember what goes with this to make it a bundle, but I picked up the stamp set, but not the punch, and I didn't mean to do that, so now I went back and got the punch to go with it. So that is my latest haul. Let me go ahead and show you some ideas for cards from a swap that I just participated in. Now, this one doesn't have a name, but I love that she made her own envelope, and inside of it, we have this beautiful happy birthday card, super long. Oh, there is a name inside of it. Maria Robinson. Love it. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so pretty. All right, so that's one card, and she made it, what do we call these cards? You know what I'm trying to say. I can't think of what they're called. Anyway, this was my card that I made for the swap, and it has that stamp set that's something about being blown away. It's Glad We're Friends. It's the stamp set from the annual catalog. So all of these ideas are coming from the annual catalog. And then let's see who made this guy. Oh, they just tucked it in. How smart of them. Look at that. See, this is the fern embossing folder that I was telling you about that I just picked up. I think that card is beautiful. Let's see. This is from Debbie Pott. Beautiful card. I love that. This one is really nifty. I love how she did the quilting effect here, and then she glued it all together and then ran it through the embossing folder all together, and then she used that background die back there. I mean, just so much going on this card, but it's so pretty. This one is from Margaret Reuter, and I love it. This one, you know, the first couple times I flipped through the annual catalog, I did not pay any attention to this set, but I've seen it used so many ways that now I think I have to have it. Some people have taken this and used it as it was designed, and then other people flip it upside down and then stamp these in light green and then a dark green on top of it and use it as Christmas trees. It's just a brilliant stamp set. Speaking of stamp sets that you can make go a bunch of different directions, this is from Tanya Bowers, TanyaBowers.com, and she designed that stamp set, and it even has something on the inside. So I think that one is lovely. This one is, I don't remember what paper this is from. I want to say it's Abigail Rose, but I'm not entirely sure. And it's from Betty Hendrick. I'm pretty positive the flower comes from Abigail Rose, but I'm not sure about that glimmer paper. Do you see how it shines and shimmers? It's beautiful, and it's a fun fold card. Let me take it out and show you how that works, if I can get it open. So this guy tucks up under there, and then she's stamped on the inside too, and it says congratulations in your new life together. So then it tucks up under there like that. So I think that's beautiful. This one is using the daffodil set that was in the January to June mini catalog that now carried over to our annual catalog, and it's by Vicki Hoskins. Isn't that pretty? I think that's beautiful. Then we have here, and she did stenciling on the background. So she used one of our stencils, and what did you call it? She used our blending brushes. That's what these are called, blending brushes. And she did it in light pink, and then she laid down the other stencil on top of it and used a darker pink on it. I think that's really pretty, and it makes for a lovely background. And this is from Angela Schock. Angela Schock sent me that one. This one is the Ladybug card that this set was in the January to June mini catalog and also carried over as well. I believe it is a fun fold. It is. Look at that. So isn't that pretty? I like that. And then let's see. This one is from Wendy Grover. So Wendy Grover from the Painted Moose made us this card to share. And I like that she, I don't know if you're picking it up on the camera. Oh, there, we saw it. She did Wink of Stella all over the wings there, and I think that's really pretty. Just adds a little something extra without adding any bulk to it. So this is one of the new suites in our annual catalog, and it comes to us from Susie Meadows. Now Susie used some of that awesome paper. Can you see the glimmer in that, the shine in that? This is in the back of the annual catalog, but frankly I don't know what it's called. I haven't gotten to the point where I've invested in all that goodness yet. And then she just stamped, I mean the stamp that the stamp that this comes from is really huge, but she just stamped a tiny bit of it on the corner on the inside just to give it a little extra to bring it all together, and I think that's beautiful. I think she did a lovely job. And this one is the same flower that we had before. I want to say it's Abigail Rose, but I'm not positive because I don't own it yet. This one comes from, let's see, Cutting Up with Kathy. Let's see if Kathy's last name is in here somewhere. Cutting Up with Kathy. Oh, wait, there's a note. Yes, Cutting Up with Kathy. Let me open it over here to the side. Kathy McDaniel. Kathy McDaniel, Cutting Up with Kathy. So she made that one, that card for us, and I like how she made it go off the edges over there. So it's simple, but it's beautiful and elegant. I like that one. So thank you to Kathy. And then this one I think is fun. It has this it's one die that cuts out all of these circles, and then she took that cut out and laid it over top of the designer series paper in the back. And then You Are So Thoughtful. Thank you. You Are So Thoughtful. And that came from, I think, the Daffodil set. It was something that was in the Spring to December mini catalog that carried over into the winter catalog. And this one is from Elaine Dotson. I think that's pretty. I love those blues on there. This one is a combination of two sets. This is that Shells embossing folder. This was in the January to June mini catalog last year, carried over into the annual catalog. I think it's beautiful. I love this set. I have not used it enough. And then she has a little bit of glimmer on each of the highlights here. So You Are So Totally Awesome. And then in here she uses a set from, actually I think she used 3 sets. I don't know. I think this is Oceanfront that is in the annual catalog now. Love You to the Beach and Back is part of this set, and I think You Are So Totally Awesome is part of this set. So let's see if she says. Lynette Scorpino, I think that's it, from Hampstead, North Carolina, made that card, and it's also a fun fold. I love that. Very, very pretty. Oh, and she has a little bit of Wink of Stella. Oh, she embossed the You Are So Totally Awesome. And she has some Wink of Stella over here on the, what is this bird called? Crane? I'm going to have to pause you for a second because the brownies are coming out of the oven. Hold, please. terribly sorry about that. Today is my eldest son's girlfriend's birthday, and so they are making brownies for her birthday. So anyway, upward and onward. I have never managed to make this technique. I've seen it a million times, and I think it's so pretty, but I have not been able to make it. She used the in colors from our those small paper packs, designer series paper packs that are all about the color family. So this is the in colors for this year, and she used that to do the what's the technique called? I can't think of it. Deborah Glazer is the one who made the card. And then she used in the annual catalog, there's a new sentiment set that die cuts all of these things out, and it's really lovely. I haven't played with that enough either, but I love this card. I think it's really nice. Then we have, ooh, this is the birdie set. Oh, and she used the fern background. I love that she die cut this out in gold. That is something special. This is from Carol Ann York. And look at that card. Isn't that so elegant? And Wink of Stella again on the bird. So she hand colored those, and I mean, she did a lot of work on this card. That is beautiful. Just to note, with the birds on the inside, and I think she used colored pencil on the inside as well. That is just stunning. I love that card. Super pretty. And last but not least, this one is from Brandy. She's my upline. This is my upline Brandy, and this set, this actual embossing folder is in the mini catalog, and I feel like that guy is one of our celebration stamp sets. So anyway, those are the cards that, even though he's not in the annual catalog, it is still current in the mini catalog. So Brandy sent us that one. So that would be Brandy Cox of Brandy's Cards. And that's it for me today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope to be back with you making more tutorials and getting up to speed and getting the channel back going and showing you all the fun things that I've been doing in the background. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you will come back and visit. If you have not already liked and subscribed, please do so that you don't miss whatever I make with all that goodness over there that I just brought in. So thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.